Hey guys, Tola here on Thursday, January 29th, 2015. It's also Throwback Thursday, so we're bringing you back to the year 1973. But before we get to that, let's do a quick celebrity shout out to Justin Bieber. Did you guys see this? The Biebs put out a video, a little short video he made, basically talking about how he's not arrogant and that who he was for the past year and a half acting out. He said it's not who he's pretending to be. He said he's not that person. You know, in public, we have a public persona, and then in private, there's a private persona. And as actors, we know the difference between the two. But, you know, I think Biebs is basically saying, I'm a real guy. My mother raised me to be kind, loving, and gentle. So, hey, Biebs, way to go. Way to put out that video in case anybody was thinking he was a jackass. He's not. And on that note... or at least he says he's not. Let's go around the globe for the latest news. Couple quick stories for you today. First one we're calling Nip It in the Bud. Did you guys see this? Exactly what public health officials are saying in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona to be exact, where 1,000 people may have measles. They're going to track these people down across 3 different counties. Yeah, there's 7 cases already of measles, and they're saying that these 1,000 people were exposed to 195 children who potentially had measles. And, you know, measles is a problem. It's highly contagious, causes blindness, deafness, and even death. So what do you think? Symptoms? First of all, it takes 21 days to show signs. You get high fever, watery eyes, red eyes, rash from the face down. I mean, you know when you have measles, you need to be isolated and vaccinated. And if you already had it, you can't get it. So that's the good news. You know, I kind of likened measles to having a bad boyfriend or a crazy girlfriend, right? Number 1, causes discomfort and drama in your life. Right? Just like those crazies. Number 2, you want to isolate yourself from them. You want to get away as far as possible. And number 3, once is enough, right? So, hey, measles, bad boy, bad girl, get rid of them. On the next story, we're calling it Have Body Parts Will Travel. Did you guys see this one? In San Francisco, police found the suspicious package in an up-and-coming area. I know this area, right near Van Ness and Market. Matter of fact, I used to walk all the way down Van Ness to Market to California. You guys look at that little triangle. That's a great 3-mile walk if you're in San Francisco. Well, they found a suitcase full of human body parts. I mean, kind of wild because 1 block away is the Twitter headquarters. Who knows? They don't know the race. They don't know the gender. It's unknown. But I'll tell you what, hey guys, that'll teach you to go with those crazy girlfriends. Anyway, let's move on to the next story here. We're calling it No Kidding. From body parts to, hey, what are we talking about? Researchers found that psychopaths, no kidding on this one, don't grasp punishment the way normal people do. You think? Well, anyway, researchers, they did MRI scans. They did 3 different groups, 12 violent psychopaths, 20 violent criminals that aren't psychopaths, and 12 normal people. Guess what they found? They found abnormalities in the brain, of course, and psychopaths are cold and calculating. Yeah, well, here we go again with the crazies, you know. These guys are all crazies. By the way, psychopaths seem to have terrible sense of smell. So, yeah, we do these studies all the time, but, yeah, there you go. And on that note, let's go to the Get Your Shit Together award, because to get your shit together, this is pretty straightforward for sure. It goes to Houston, Texas, thoroughbred racing. We're talking a jockey got caught cheating. Yeah. Got caught cheating using an electric shock device to shock the horse. Roman Eric Chapa, right? He was running in 5th place atop Quiet Acceleration. That's the horse. When he went to 1st place, he won by half a length. And they found that they took a photo at the finish line, and you could see he's holding this device. I mean, hey, this guy 3 times in the past. 1994, he used a nail. He was suspended. 2007, another electric device, shock device. And 2014, just last year, trainers were talking about this guy. They were on tape saying he used it. So, hey, you got to get your shit together. You can't be doing this to these horses. And we're going to talk about that in 1973. One of the greatest horses of all time, Secretariat, won the Triple Crown. And on that note, let's go over to Throwback Thursday to 1973. What were the highlights? Real quick. OPEC, right? Restricted flow of oil to countries supporting Israel as part of the Yom Kippur War, right? Prices spiked 200%. I remember that, the long lines for gas. The Supreme Court ruled Roe versus Wade making abortion a U.S. constitutional right. Number 3, U.S. troops withdrew from Vietnam, right, ending the Vietnam War, signing a peace agreement. World Trade Center becomes the tallest building in the world, and the Sears Tower in Chicago opened that year as well. Watergate hearings begin in the Senate. President Nixon, I am not a crook. Yeah, and what do we got? The tennis match. Remember This Battle of the Sexes. Billie Jean King defeats Bobby Riggs. Way to go, ladies. And the Bahamas gained independence from Great Britain. But most importantly, in my opinion, I remember this horse. This was one of the greats. Actually, Man o' War is considered the greatest horse of all time. Secretariat second. At the age of 3, Secretariat was the first horse in 25 years to win the Triple Crown. I remember it well. Kentucky Derby. Okay. Track record. He broke 2 minutes. He went from last to first. And every quarter mile that he ran was faster than the previous. No horse has ever done that. In the Preakness Stakes, second race, he went from last to first again. And they had a problem with the timer, but they think another one broke a record at a minute 53. And in the Belmont Stakes, which is the longest, that's 1.5 miles. Okay, there's only 5 horses that raced that day, and I remember this. Coming down the home stretch, he won by 31 lengths, and they say he is moving like a tremendous machine. I mean, this horse was a tremendous machine. Big Red, they called him. Well, in the Belmont, his record was 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Fastest ever for 1.5 miles on dirt. No horse has ever broken that. But this horse was a gem. Yeah, it was, father was bold ruler. Mother was something royal. And they called him Big Red. He had the 3 socks. He had the little star with the narrow blaze down the forehead. I mean, I love this horse. That was 1973. And what else happened in 1973? One of the greatest pictures of all time. 1973 Oscar winner, 3-time Oscar winner, The Godfather. Yeah, The Godfather, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Marlon Brando won the award for Best Actor that year. It also got Best Screenplay from the Mario Puzo novel, The Godfather. So, there you go, 1973. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. On that note, I'm Rich Tola, and remember, dreams do come true. But hey, what do I know?